Hi guys, Tanya from Collie's Dog Treats here. I thought I'd just do a quick little video for you to show you one of the many versions of what you can make up to stuff your beef hooves with. So these are your beef hooves. I have large ones here for my Labrador, and I have small ones here for my little Corgi Crossboxy. Because you have to think they're going to eat the food that's in these hooves once they've been stuffed and frozen. So you have to take into account the portion control. So I obviously don't want to be feeding a large one to my little 7-kilo dog because that would be too much food. So I've literally just got here some roux mince, some natural peanut butter, and I use the Sanitarium All Natural. You can get it in most supermarkets, and I use it because it is 100% peanuts. Apparently some peanuts have a preservative in it that in a high enough dose will be poisonous to our dog, so obviously we want to avoid that. I've got some yogurt, and I literally just use the yogurt that we eat ourselves, and some apples that were going off, so they're in there as well. And I'm literally just going to mix all this up and then fill each of these hooves to the brim here and chuck it in the freezer. And then my dogs will get one at a time frozen. So if I give this as an ice block instead of a meal, then their meal becomes a bit reduced at dinner time because, again, portion control, you don't want to overfeed your dog. And in question we have here, it's little Maximus. And this is Cherry, who's going over there to be naughty because she's not being the centre of attention. So just give me a moment. I'm going to mix this up and then show you how I stuff them. Okay, so we're back again. You can see I've just mixed it all up. Just nothing fancy. Just grab a spoon and mix it up, or use your hands if you don't mind getting your fingers dirty. And then I've literally just stuffed all the hooves. And they're going to go in the freezer now. I personally will just shove them on a like an oven tray and put it in the freezer if you've got room just to sit them in there without them falling all around. If this grosses you out, which is quite natural, you can put them in like an empty ice cream container where you can put the lid on it. That way you don't have to use your own containers. And so any smell that might be left in there will be, you can just chuck the container out afterwards. And then with this leftover meat, I'm probably just going to grab a muffin tray and just portion that out into the muffin tray holes, and then they can just have an extra frozen bit of meat in some of their dinners with their biscuits or other food that I can fill up their meal to make a full meal. Or again, it could just be an ice block disc that they use on their own. So that's it. And you can find anything. When I'm not feeling this creative and can be less bothered, to put it nicely, I will just literally get mince on its own and stuff them with mince and freeze it. They don't have to have anything this fancy. I just figured I had a few things that were, going out of date or go off before we got to eat them all. So why not just chuck them in there and make the dogs a nice little summer treat. Thanks, guys. Until next time.